Tonight, a big rig driver is in the hospital after a tense standoff on the East Freeway during rush hour.
Yeah, the driver was eventually pulled out of the truck by SWAT officers. New video tonight shows the moment SWAT members rushed into the truck, weapons drawn. You see it there. Brian Torres capturing this video from the ground while he was on his lunch break right across the street. He says the driver appeared to be calm and alert before authorities grabbed him.
Our Matt Doherty is live at Ben Taub Hospital with how that dramatic situation played out. Matt.
Yeah, in just the last 30 minutes, the Harris County Sheriff's Office identified the driver as Trinidad Cutshell. When he was pulled from the cabin of that big rig, his face was covered in blood. Tonight, the sheriff says he is being treated for cuts to his face. The Harris County Sheriff's Office says the situation began just before 1 o'clock this afternoon along the East Freeway near Freeport. Deputies say it appeared the driver was stalled, so they turned on their emergency lights. That's when they say the driver took off. As deputies followed the big rig along the freeway, they say it started to swerve and had become a danger for the other drivers. Eventually, deputies set up spike strips, busting the tires on the truck, which came to a stop on the freeway near Sheldon. That's when deputies say the driver barricaded himself inside the cab.
Unresponsive the whole time, didn't answer to commands. That's what I'm saying. Just at a, from the naked eye, it appears to be some level of impairment.
For hours, the freeway was closed in both directions as deputies used a robot and a drone to assess, then later make forced entry into the cab. Still, the driver would not come out. What's more, he continued to keep his foot on the gas, even though the truck wasn't moving, causing the wheels to spin throughout the standoff. The robot was used to break into the cab. Then it was surrounded.
We did have to move a K9 in there. They did have to physically remove him out. He was holding on. It appeared that he was still in a driving motion, still revving up the engine, appearing like he was driving. So, but just had to get him out physically. And so I don't know what injuries he may have sustained, if those were self-inflicted or from the less lethal that may have struck him, or from some of the physical contact that they may have had with him, or from the dog itself.
The sheriff says detectives will now try to learn why the man was running from the deputies in the first place. An initial search of the cab of the truck and the container it was pulling revealed there were no weapons or anything else of interest before they were hauled away by the sheriff's office. The sheriff says a preliminary search showed there was no cargo. The container was empty. Now, the standoff lasted about 2.5 hours. The entire East Freeway was closed the entire time. Tonight, the sheriff says that driver is facing felony evading arrest charges. Back to you.